All right, we are gonna make a beer run or wine run. I just gotta figure out which one I'm going to go to. Let's see if we can do a self-driving all the way there and back. I picked an interesting location, so we should have an interesting drive. Oh, there's Susie. Yeah, we will engage self-driving once we come around the corner, get past the humans. All right. Let's see what we got here. Always really cautious right here. For visibility, we got it. Rock and roll. Right. So if this is the first time you've ever watched a full self-driving video, you'll see my hand touching the steering wheel at times, but as long as this blue line is on the screen, the car is basically in charge doing everything. If it does something I don't like, I have three options. I can step on the brake. That's the best option. If it's like at a stop sign and I'm worried it's going to go, I can take charge of the steering wheel, or I can disengage it completely. Right now, we're going to see how it handles this situation. It's a blind corner. Looks like we got it pretty well. Good job. Good phantom braking there, but it wasn't too bad. So this is, if you don't know much about FSD, this is still beta software. It's version 11.4.4 that this particular car is running. Every time you see it flash and blue up there, that's the car saying, hey, touch the steering wheel, let me know you're paying attention. Even though it's driving itself, it requires an attentive driver. There's a camera up here paying attention to me, and I have to touch the steering wheel once in a while. But even doing this, like, see, it's not knocking it out of the blue line. If I pull it pretty hard, it'll knock it out. And you definitely have to do that at times. I mean, it's really amazing where this technology is at and what it can do. But at least around this area, this is the Boston suburbs out in the Framingham area. There's a lot of winding roads, a lot of roundabouts. We're going to go through some of that right now. It handles it pretty well. During traffic hour, I think the biggest issue right now is its tendency to slow down or be hyper cautious. Like coming through an intersection, it might just stop and want to slow down and get cautious. Did this one amazing. See how it's kind of jerky right there? That's kind of strange. It's not unsafe necessarily for this car, but other drivers around it seeing that happen. There have definitely been cases of Tesla's so-called phantom braking causing car pileups. Because if you're going 60 miles an hour, also you need to start braking down to 30 miles an hour for no reason. Human drivers around you don't know how to deal with that. All right, so it looks like it's going to do it good today. Usually it drives right over the little median part there, but it came out good. Nice. This roundabout's interesting because the road construction sign back there was blocking view, so it had to be a little more cautious. It actually did that roundabout. That's the best I've seen it do that roundabout. I've only ever tested this particular version, so it does behave differently. Going through the same area at different times. And I don't think it's going to take me all the way to the package store here. We'll see how far it takes us. Kind of phantom braking right here. There's just no reason for that. That car's nowhere in your line of sight. I'm giving it some accelerator. That's something else you can do with FSD. If you find it's kind of unacceptably stopping or driving too cautious, you can just give it a little accelerator. So I'm just going to disengage it because we're just going to turn in here, and there's no reason to try to have this navigate. I'm actually going through a do not enter, so I doubt the car would have even done that. Perhaps I should have left it in FSD so I wouldn't break the rules. There's a lot of things that are going to be hard to replicate from a robo-taxi. Human-human interaction when you're driving. Whether you're aware of it or not, we're communicating with other drivers with our eyes, with other humans with our eyes. We'll like flag them across the road and stuff. Once humans are out of the equation, that stuff goes away, and that's going to be kind of a weird dynamic. All right, I will be back. All right. So run successful. And reset the microphone here. We are off to the races. I'm actually going to see if this thing will navigate through the parking lot a little bit. Let's just see what this will do for us. I'm actually really curious. It's going to come on. It's taking it. So parking lots are a totally different ball game than roads. It doesn't have white lines. It's got blinkers on. I will be shocked if I don't have to take over in the parking lot. We'll see. No, sorry. Can't be confusing to humans. This is not right. They're not going to understand what's going on here. Yeah, you can probably take it from here, though. Where's it going here? I think it's just bobbing and weaving. I'm giving it a little accelerator at this point. It's going to go around the car. I can see that. It's finally found that exit. Sorry, I have a burning over here. All right. And the speed limits. So this is a Massachusetts thing that is just beyond annoying. The speed limits change constantly. You'll be on the same road. Nothing's really changed, like from 35 to 25 to 20, back to 35 to 40. And it makes self-driving kind of a miserable experience because you're constantly having to fiddle with the wheel. At some point, it's like, well, all this fiddling I'm doing, I should just be driving. Yeah, you probably should be. So we're being hyper cautious here. All right, this guy's gonna let me go. The car was definitely not going to process that right. That guy was doing the right thing and actually waiting. But there's zero chance the car would have done that. All right. So to be clear here, the car would have navigated that and not gotten a wreck. But it's not navigating it in any way that humans understand based on how other humans react. Considering that the car is trained on humans driving, you would think it would do. I mean, that's how you would think. You hope that it will eventually do better. It is truly amazing where we're at. Even though I'm somewhat critical of where the current state is, I'm only critical because I want this to become a reality. Right? So why were we waiting on here? Yeah. It was green for a while and I just sat there and waited. But it eventually got going. Making a good curve here. Nice job. Sees the humans, it's not going to phantom brake. Good. Yeah, to be perfectly clear, like, I actually think it's more energy to drive with self-driving right now than to just drive the car. My foot is hovering over the gas or the accelerator, so it's uncomfortable just sitting there. When it's in a hairy situation, my hands are either touching it or, hovering over the steering wheel. There's no real benefit other than I'm a technologist and a Tesla investor, and I want to know the state of this technology. The phantom braking that happens. Now, some people say it doesn't happen with this version. It most definitely does in areas around here. Until the phantom braking part is fixed, I will not really consider it safe. It will cause people to run into the back of you until that problem is fixed. And it's really cool. They're getting really close with it. The Tesla team, the AI team at Tesla is doing an amazing job. And don't mistake what I'm saying here. I'm just being very real. I will not trust this until the phantom braking is 100% solved. And that's it, folks. We have done a liquor store run with several interventions. several real-time interventions so you can see what it's actually like to be on FSD 11.4.4.